Bulltex95 asked me to do a head-to-head mogul versus the instinct. Something I didn't mention in the first video because it's not a huge deal to me, but it would be nice to be able to turn all of the songs that are on your memory card into ringtones like you can do with the mogul. Or you could even download a program where you can chop up and take little snippets from the song and put like an exact part as a ringtone. Um, it's something that you don't, you take for granted until you get a phone like this and you can't do it. But what makes up for that is this phone, it can announce who's calling, like it'll say call from and say the person's name, and you don't have to program the person's name in here for it to say it. And it says it in your headset, so you don't have to look at your phone when you're answering the phone when you're answering the phone call. So that's really just a good feature, which the mogul cannot do. The mogul, it has no built-in speech recognition. The GPS that you can download separately, Windows Live, it does have speech recognition, but as far as you maneuvering through the phone, you have to program everything, program names and program all of that. But like I said, the GPS on this, you can it recognizes speech. You can say the name of a business or a residential number, and it'll pull it up. It'll show you the address, the phone number, all of that information. But that being said, this does all of that, and it also has built-in. It's also built in, so you can navigate through anything in the phone with speech to action. The GPS on this is pretty cool. You'll get to where you gotta go. So it's kind of off, like sometimes it's hard to read and hard to understand, and but with this, it's easy as pie. I don't even think that's the right saying, but I'm gonna keep going with it. It's easy, right? Turn by turn, and turn here, turn there, do that. Say the name of the street is great. It's way better than the mogul. Okay. The keyboard on the mogul, very, very convenient. Makes typing easy. It also has a feature when you're sending a text message, you could just program little responses, and you could just quickly do it, like just a few clicks of a button without pulling out your keyboard. This does not have it, and everything is through the touchscreen keyboard. When it's landscape, it's a QWERTY keyboard. When you have it vertically, it is alphabetical, which is fucking stupid. The touchscreens, both of them touchscreen. This one is not so good. You have to actually put pressure on it, and this one you could just kind of lightly just touch it, put your hand on it, and it's better. I really like the touchscreen on this, even though it's completely touchscreen, and that's kind of a problem. I like the buttons at the bottom of this because sometimes you just want to navigate, and this one you have to pull all the way out, and you have to. It's hard to choose what's better when it comes to that. Programs. The Instinct has built-in Sprint TV, Sprint Radio, all of that. It's nice, pixelated if you like that kind of stuff. The audio isn't too great, and you can't download third-party software video for videos and for music or for streaming music right now. But that might change. The Instinct does not have Sprint TV or Sprint Radio, but you can get a Sling Media Player, which streams live TV, and it looks better. It's not perfect, but it looks better than Sprint TV. You can play live YouTube videos that look better on the mogul than on the Instinct. And you got to keep in mind, this is a media-oriented phone, and the media on here looks better, but they both have streaming Bluetooth stereo. This has a proprietary headphone jack, which sucks because it's the same jack that you would charge the phone with, which is stupid. This has a standard 3.5 millimeter head jack, which is better. As far as the music players themselves, this one, the music player on the Mogul is better because it's pretty much you play the music. You just click on the music player, click play, and it's playing speedy. This one has to read the card every time you load the music player. So that is fucking frustrating. It's supposed to be a media phone. The media should be fast. Okay? When you're watching something on this, it does not take up the whole screen because the screen is too long. Okay? It's too thin. And when you're watching it on here, it takes up the whole screen. This phone looks a lot better. This phone is ugly. Okay, you can customize this phone a lot more than you can customize this one. But when you customize it, it takes up even more program memory, and you already have a limited amount of program memory to begin with. So you think you're having trouble answering phones now. When you customize it, you just won't answer them. This phone, the interface is somewhat attractive, but if you don't like it, you can't change it. Just deal with it. Most you can change is the lock screen. Another thing I gotta mention: battery life. The battery life on the Instinct is better than the Mogul. On top of that, you get 2 batteries with the Instinct. But the Mogul has more wireless features. When I say more, it's only one more wireless feature, and that is Wi-Fi. Visual voicemail on the Instinct is awesome. The camera on the Instinct is better than the camera on the Mogul. It's sharper. You know, they're both 2 megapixel cameras, but this looks better. But this has a flash. I like the messaging interface on the Instinct better than the Mogul. Even though with emails you can get HTML, they come to you with HTML on your Mogul, but not on here. Browsing the internet, I guess they're both Evdo Rev A, but it seems like it's faster on my Mogul. So I guess it just comes down to what would I do? You know, do I want to go back to my Mogul or do I want to hang on to my Instinct? Well, that's a tough question, and only time can tell. Right now with the limited software, it's hard for me to say I'm going to just stay with it, but at the same time, I like being able to answer my phone. So I want to say I'm gonna keep this because it's just so reliable when it comes to answering. And it's been so many times when I've tried to answer an important phone call, have been unable to do it, and I just want to break this fucking phone. Or when I'm just trying to send a text message and it's taking so fucking long to do anything. I don't know if the button went through. I don't know what's going on. And I just want to break this fucking phone. I'm not really an impatient person, but this phone will make you want to fucking break it. This phone, I haven't had that feeling yet. I just really wish I could, you know, have a few extra programs. And maybe there's a good chance that they're going to be software developers making it. I'm just hoping that they're going to be free, like the Mogul. A lot of free stuff. That's good. So for right now, I'm going to hang on to my Instinct. And I'm hoping that everything pans out, more software, and it just stays good.